Jesse Adam Eisenberg is an American actor. He made his television debut with the short-lived comedy-drama series Get Real. Following his first leading role in the comedy-drama film Roger Dodger, he appeared in the drama film The Emperor's Club, the psychological thriller The Village, the comedy-drama The Squid and the Whale, the dark comedy The Living Wake, and the drama The Education of Charlie Banks. In 2007, Eisenberg won the Vail Film Festival Rising Star Award for his role in The Living Wake. In 2009, he starred in the comedy-drama Adventureland and the horror-comedy Zombieland, both of which earned Eisenberg critical acclaim. He then played Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network, for which he received BAFTA Award, Golden Globe, and Academy Award nominations in the Best Actor category. He also starred in Holy Rollers, which was nominated for the Grand Jury Prize at the 2010 Sundance Film Festival. In October 2011, Eisenberg made his playwriting debut off-Broadway in Rattlestick Playwrights Theater's production of Asuncion, played at Cherry Lane Theater. Since then, he has gone on to voice the main character, Blue, a male Spix's macaw, in the animated films Rio and Rio 2, and starred in the action-comedy 30 Minutes or Less and the Magician Caper film Now You See Me. He re-teamed with Kristen Stewart for the action-comedy film American Ultra, and will portray Superman's arch-enemy, Lex Luthor, opposite Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, slated for a March 2016 release. Eisenberg will reprise his role as J. Daniel Atlas in the sequel to Now You See Me, Now You See Me, the second act, set to premiere on June 10, 2016. Eisenberg has contributed pieces to The New Yorker and McSweeney's websites. He has written and starred in 3 plays for the New York stage: Asuncion, The Revisionist, and The Spoils. The most recent of his plays, The Spoils, also starring Kunal Nair, Michael Zegan, Erin Dark, and Anna Purnastriram, was the winner of the Blanche and Irving Laurie Foundation Theatre Visions Fund Award. On September 8, 2015, Eisenberg's first book, Bream Gives Me Hiccups, a collection of short humor pieces, was released and has since received overwhelmingly laudatory reviews. Early life. It taught me about the discipline about performance. Every morning she had a party. She would wake up very early and tune her guitar and warm up her voice. And it taught me that you could take performance seriously. I think a lot of actors have trouble taking things seriously, but it's really like anything else in the world. So it gave me the confidence to take it seriously and not make me feel silly for indulging in a role. Eisenberg, on the influence his mother's previous job as a children's clown had on his acting. Eisenberg was born in Queens, New York, and grew up there and in East Brunswick Township, New Jersey. His mother, Amy, who now teaches cultural sensitivity in hospitals, previously worked as a clown at children's parties for 20 years. His father, Barry Eisenberg, owned and worked at a hospital and later became a college professor, teaching sociology. He has 2 sisters, Hallie Kate Eisenberg, a former child actress who was once famous as the Pepsi Girl, in a series of commercials, and Kerry Eisenberg, now Kerry Lee, who also worked as an actress and started the Acting Creatively Veg Kids, a children's theatre troupe who use their passion for compassion to entertain, educate, and change the world about vegetarianism and animal rights. Eisenberg was raised in a secular Jewish family that originated in Poland and Ukraine. He attended the East Brunswick public schools at Frost School, Hampshire Old Middle School, and Churchill Junior High School, and spent his sophomore year at East Brunswick High School. Eisenberg then transferred to the High School of Performing Arts in New York. When he was a senior, he received his breakthrough role in the independent comedy-drama film Roger Dodger. Eisenberg struggled to fit in at school due to his anxiety and sensitivity, and began acting in plays at an early age. When he was 7, he starred as Oliver Twist in a children's theatre production of the musical Oliver, and by the age of 12 he was an understudy in the 1996 Broadway revival of Tennessee Williams' Summer and Smoke. At 13, he understudied the role of young Scrooge in a musical version of A Christmas Carol starring Tony Randall. Eisenberg made his first professional role in Aya Shaw's off-Broadway play, The Gathering, at the age of 16. He stated, "When playing a role, I would feel more comfortable, as you're given the prescribed way of behaving." After graduating from high school, he studied anthropology at the New School in Greenwich Village, New York City. Eisenberg majored in liberal arts, with a concentration in democracy and cultural pluralism. Originally, he had applied and was accepted to New York University, but declined enrollment in order to complete Roger Dodger. Eisenberg started writing screenplays at 16, some of which were optioned by major studios, but was dissatisfied with the lack of control he had over his creations once they were sold. Pre-fame, Eisenberg got into trouble with Woody Allen's lawyers. As a teenager, he penned a play about how Woody Allen came to change his name and managed to get the script to Allen's people. Unfortunately, instead of a seal of approval, Eisenberg received 2 cease and desist letters. In a strange twist of fate, Eisenberg would go on to star in Woody Allen's 2012 film To Rome with Love, as well as the upcoming untitled Woody Allen film. Acting career. Eisenberg made his television debut in the series Get Real, from 1999 to 2000. In 2001, he appeared in a UK Dr. Pepper commercial as Butt-Naked Boy, after appearing in the made-for-television film Lightning, Fire from the Sky. He starred in the independent film Roger Dodger, and in The Emperor's Club, both of which were released in 2002 to generally positive reviews. In 2005, Eisenberg appeared in Cursad, a horror film directed by Wes Craven, and The Squid and the Whale, a well-reviewed independent drama starring Laura Linney and Jeff Daniels. In 2007, he starred opposite Richard Gere and Terrence Howard in The Hunting Party, a comic thriller in which he plays an American journalist in Bosnia. In 2009, Eisenberg played the lead role in Adventureland, a comedy directed by Greg Mottola and filmed in Kennywood Park near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Filming ended in October 2007, and the movie premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in 2009. In November 2007, Eisenberg was cast in the indie comic drama Holy Rollers alongside his sister, Hallie Eisenberg. He played a young Hasidic Jew who is lured into becoming an ecstasy dealer. Filming took place in New York in 2008. During the late 2000s, he also had roles in the independent films Solitary Man, playing Daniel, and Camp Hale, a horror film directed by George Van Buskirk. Eisenberg's breakthrough starring role was as the neurotic Columbus Indiana Zombieland, the horror comedy, which saw him with Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, and Abigail Breslin on a road trip through a post-zombie apocalypse America, was a surprise hit. In 2010, he starred alongside Andrew Garfield and Justin Timberlake in the role of Facebook creator Mark Zuckerberg in the film The Social Network, for which he earned the Best Actor award from the National Board of Review of Motion Pictures, and nominations for Best Actor at the BAFTA Awards, Golden Globes, Academy Awards. According to the film's director David Fincher, both he and screenwriter Aaron Sorkin knew Eisenberg was the one for the role as soon as they watched his audition tape. On the 22nd of November 2010, Eisenberg was honored, along with Whoopi Goldberg, Joycelyn Engel and Harvey Kruger, at the Children at Heart Celebrity Dinner Gala and Fantasy Auction, to benefit the children of Chernobyl. Steven Spielberg is chair of the event each year. On January 29, 2011, Eisenberg hosted Saturday Night Live on NBC, with musical guest Nicki Minaj. During his opening monologue, Eisenberg was joined by Facebook creator Mark Zuckerberg, In 2011, he starred in the box office animated hit Rio, as the main character Blue, a metropolitan, domesticated male Spix's macaw who learns how to fly, starring alongside Anne Hathaway, his former co-star from Get Real, as well as George Lopez, Jake T. Austin, Tracy Morgan, Jermaine Clement, Leslie Mann, Rodrigo Santoro, Will.I.Am and Jamie Foxx. He sang one song, Real in Rio, in the movie's soundtrack, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song. He also starred alongside Aziz Ansari, Danny McBride, and Nick Swardson in 30 Minutes or Less, a film noir heist comedy about a pizza delivery man, played by Eisenberg, who was forced to rob a bank, which was released in August 2011. In October 2011, Eisenberg made his playwriting debut off-Broadway in Rattlestick Playwrights Theater's production of Asuncion, presented at Cherry Lane Theatre. Eisenberg also acted in the play, which was directed by Kip Fagan. The play highlights two liberal-minded friends, played by Eisenberg and Justin Bartha, whose assumptions are challenged by their new Filipino roommate, played by Camille Mana. In 2012, he starred alongside Melissa Leo in Why Stop Now, a drama about a drug addict mother and her piano prodigy son, and in the magical realist romantic comedy To Rome with Love, directed by Woody Allen. That same year, he filed a $3 million lawsuit against the producers of the 2010 direct-to-DVD movie Camp Hale, claiming exploitation. According to the lawsuit, Eisenberg agreed to appear in the film as a favor to his friends. He was on set for one day of filming in 2007, earned about $3,000, and logged only a few minutes of total screen time. Because of his minimal involvement in the production, he was surprised to see that his face was prominently featured on the cover of the DVD, implying that he starred in the film. His lawsuit asserts various California law causes of action, including claims for unfair business practices and publicity rights. In 2013, Eisenberg reunited with Woody Harrelson for the magician caper thriller Now You See Me, playing a world-famous close-up magician and street performer recruited into a secret group of elite magicians to pull off bank heists with magic tricks, redistributing the money from a wealthy businessman to victims of his corrupt capitalist schemes. That year he announced his plan to continue writing, for both stage and screen, as well as continuing to act. He starred in Richard Ayoade's drama, The Double, which was shot in 2012, and reprised his role as Blue in Rio 2. He starred alongside Kristen Stewart in the action comedy American Ultra, playing a rogue sleeper agent being chased by the CIA. In 2015, Eisenberg portrayed Rolling Stone journalist David Lipsky in the biographical drama film The End of the Tour, appearing opposite Jason Segel, who portrayed the late author David Foster Wallace. The sequel to Now You See Me, Now You See Me, the second act, is set to premiere June 10, 2016. Eisenberg will reprise his role as street magician J. Daniel Danny Atlas. In January 2014, Warner Bros. Announced that Eisenberg had been cast in the role as Lex Luthor in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, set to release in March 2016. As part of a viral marketing campaign to promote the film, a fictional write-up of the new LexCorp on Fortune, stylized as a magazine profile and published October 5, 2015, revealed that Lex Luthor's full name is Alexander Luthor, Jr. In the interview, Luthor is described as a 31-year-old wonderkind who transformed an aging petrochemical and heavy machinery dinosaur into a tech darling of the Fortune 500 in what some call a superhuman feat. Eisenberg is currently filming the 2016 entitled Woody Allen Project, a comedy-drama film, marking his second collaboration with the writer-director. It is also his third time starring alongside Kristen Stewart. Other cast members include Jeannie Berlin, Blake Lively, Parker Posey, Steve Carell, Corey Stoll, Kent Stott, and Tony Sirico. Principal photography on the film began on August 17, 2015 in and around Los Angeles. On September 8, 2015, filming moved to New York City, where it was shot in Brooklyn. This film marks Allen's first venture into digital cinematography. Personal life. Eisenberg is fond of cats and has been involved in fostering animals. He is a vegetarian, and was vegan for a short period of time. He has been associated with Farm Sanctuary and has presented at several of their galas. Eisenberg's short story, Marv Albert is My Therapist, appeared in The New Yorker in 2013. Eisenberg has written other short humor pieces for The New Yorker's Shouts and Murmurs column, as well as for McSweeney's. These pieces, as well as others, were included in Eisenberg's debut novel, Bream Gives Me Hiccups, which was released on September 8, 2015. He dated Anna Strout, director of events and special projects for the Urban Arts Partnership in New York, and an actress, from 2002 to 2012. In 2013, he began dating The Double co-star Mia Wasikowska, while filming The Hunting Party in Bosnia and Herzegovina in 2006. Eisenberg came up with an idea for a simple wordplay website, One-Up-Me, where people could respond to a daily wordplay topic in an attempt to one-up each other in the cleverness of their response. He turned to his first cousin, Eric Fisher, who, incidentally, most recently was the social design evangelist at Facebook, to create the site. The user base is built solely off Facebook. Eisenberg has obsessive-compulsive disorder and is open about it. He said of his condition, "I touch the tips of my fingers in a weird way. I don't step on cracks. If I'm going onto a new surface, be it carpet to concrete, or concrete to wood, or wood to concrete, any new surface, I have to make sure all parts of my feet touch the ground equally before I touch that new thing. So I'll often hesitate before walking into a new room." In September 2015, Eisenberg announced that, starting November, he would match donations made to Middle Way House, a domestic violence shelter in Bloomington, Indiana, up to $100,000 through the end of 2015. All contributions made will go towards the organization's mortgage payment fund that will be matched by a committee led by Eisenberg. Founded in 1971, Middle Way provides shelter for women and children fleeing violence at home. "It's an incredible collective," Eisenberg told the reporter. "It's the kind of place where the residents go through their wonderful program and end up working there. It's saved so many lives." Eisenberg is also a cast member with Theatre of War, a performing arts non-profit that presents readings of Sophocles' Ajax and Philoctetes to military and civilian communities across the United States and Europe. As an actor, sometimes you feel limited by the role you're in, stories without much meaning. Theatre of War allows you to do something that has more substance and benefits people. "It's a greater purpose than just entertainment," Eisenberg said of the organization. Eisenberg also works in performing for Voices of a People's History of the United States, which is an organization that works to encourage civic engagement and to further history education by bringing the rich history of the United States to life through public readings of primary source materials. He read Howard Zinn's The Problem is Civil Disobedience for Voices of a People's History as part of NYU Portraits 2011 event. Eisenberg is involved with Keep America Beautiful, which engages individuals to take greater responsibility for improving their community environments, as well as Shoe Revolt, which is a hybrid startup company that auctions celeb shoes to raise funds to deploy a social franchising model which aims educate, engage, and empower youth to take the lead in the fight against domestic sex trafficking through peer-to-peer involvement, training, activism and social enterprise development. Filmography.